treatment just yet. So today we're going to be looking at ways to help our sinuses, to help relieve congestion and possibly reduce the amount of hay fever that we're sort of suffering and feeling at the moment. The pollen count at the moment is extremely high, and I know so many people suffering, so I'm hoping that this helps a few of you out. So I'm just gonna hang on a few minutes just so that people that can join get a chance to. Just give it just another minute. Got a few people watching. Welcome everyone. Hope you're all keeping well. I think everybody's in one way or another settling into the way things are now. And every time we feel like we're settling in, something else changes. So it's just trying to be kind of as mindful as possible of everything that's going on around us, and just trying to let ourselves adapt as we need to adapt to all the changes that are happening. Can someone just give me a shout out so that I can check that people can hear and see me okay? Sorry about the phone wobbling. Okay, so as I said, thank you for joining me, and today we're going to just look at some exercises and techniques that we can use on the face and on the hands to help relieve sinus congestion, and also can help with actually relieving the sort of hay fever symptoms that we're suffering at the moment. So I'm actually on the face going to be using a mixture of techniques which are facial reflexology and Indian head massage, and then on the hands, that's obviously our normal hand reflexology. So can I ask you to grab your oil, or if you have some face cream, just so that we don't get too much resistance when we're working across the skin. So if you haven't got it, go and grab it quickly. Stay tuned to this page over the coming week, because as long as the R rate doesn't change and the government continue to ease the lockdown as they are planning on doing, I've got some exciting news regarding the reopening of my treatment room, hopefully at the beginning of July. So do stay tuned, and I will put further information about what I'm doing to ensure your safety, my safety, and obviously the hygiene requirements for my room. But I will post all the information next week, and we'll hope to start taking some bookings. So very exciting times. Okay, so what I want you to do is just take a few drops of your oil or cream onto your hands. So I'm just using my anti-aging elixir oil that I have here, which I use every day, and it's just beautiful. It's an orangey colour. I think it smells a little bit like, a little bit almondy, a little bit like cherry bakewells. So just want you to just tap this round your face, just to make sure that we're not going to feel any resistance when we're working the face and the skin. And any movements that we actually do on the face, all the techniques have to be done in a certain way, and they all go towards actually creating quite a sort of brightening, uplifting look to the face when done on a regular basis. So when I normally do my facial reflexology, I've qualified to do advanced, and a lot of clients that come to me after 3 sessions start to see a difference in the appearance of their face. So it's fantastic for that. Anyway, what I want you to do is I just want you to start by taking your thumbs just below your cheekbones. Okay, this is your solar plexus area. I just want you to push very gently and take a nice slow breath in. And just take the pressure off and release. I just want you to do this 3 times before we start. This is a really good breathing technique to help just ground and just relax us. So, what I'm going to ask you to do now is just to stroke along and underneath your cheekbones. Now, obviously our sinuses run along these areas, but also, and you're really hooking under here. You can give it a little kind of caterpillar movement massage. This is also, so this is an area that I work when I'm working Indian head massage. And it's also an area I work when I'm working facial reflexology. And in facial reflexology, this is a diaphragm area. So this is great for your breathing, just opening up the chest. Maybe you want to sort of go in deeper and just use your thumbs and just really go under the cheekbones. I showed this to a client a while ago, and they couldn't believe kind of how far under your cheekbones you can hook, and you're hooking into the sinuses. So this is great for draining off and relieving any sort of congestion, not just through hay fever, obviously if you've got a cold or anything like that, just hooking under. Hi Suzanne, hi Carly, thank you for joining. So we're just working under this, we just spent a bit of time doing this, and I was really suffering with my sinuses last night, and when I suffer with my sinuses, I get a lot of pain come down, like right up into my jaw. And I did this before I went to bed last night, and it cleared there and then, instantly. And I woke up feeling great this morning. Could breathe, was clear, my eyes didn't feel so heavy from the hay fever. So we're really going into that. We can come back to that. What we don't want to do is make any areas sore. Okay, I just want you to just wipe across the top of your cheekbones. So starting on top of your nose and just wiping across. And in facial reflexology, this is our lung area as well, across these cheekbones. So really just concentrate, this is your time, this is relaxing, this is not only helping your hay fever, your congestion, this is your time to be a little bit mindful. Just to enjoy something for you. Just breathe slowly, don't forget to breathe. Okay, now, I want you to come up to the forehead, and I just want you to brush up. Just brush up from the forehead. And again, these techniques, any techniques that you're doing on the face, if you're doing them in the right way, are really good for decreasing fine lines, stimulating collagen growth, stimulating the skin, draining the lymphatics, just draining off any excess water, puffiness under the eyes. We'll get to that in a minute. And I just want you to soothe across. So in facial reflexology, across the top of the eyebrows is the sinus area. And not only is this, but it is actually the physical sinus area as well, part of it. So some people feel quite a lot of tension when they get congestion above the eyes. So What I'm going to do is take you into movement now. I want you to just place your thumbs either side of your temples. And I want you to just draw your fingers up and then draw your fingers over. So it's always outward direction. Okay. When you're working here on the eyes, you can actually get quite far into the eyes. Hi Jackie, hope you're keeping well. Thank you for joining. This is perfect timing. Are you suffering with your hay fever at the moment? Feeling the congestion that lots of us are feeling? So just keep rubbing over and under. Do you know what? When you do your facial routine, if you have one every day, when you have cleansed and you put in your moisturiser or your serums or whatever it is you use on, just do this. Do this 10 times, do it 20 times, however much time you can spare. Okay, this is absolutely brilliant for draining off excess fluid around the eyes, but also for relieving that sinus congestion. And it's really relaxing. Okay. Just want you to give your temples just a little massage. And just as a little extra on the face, and also helps the congestion, just doing a bit of massage. Now, I want you to put some pressure when you're going outwards, but I don't want you putting any pressure coming back into the face. I want you to still be going under those cheekbones. Maybe you get a little bit of a kind of massage movement going on. Hi Lorna, how are you doing? Thanks for coming on and joining, everyone. I really hope you all feel the benefit of this afterwards. It can take a little while to start feeling the sort of sinus relief. I think I do this a lot, so I react quite quickly to it. It depends how sort of blocked your sinuses are. Then I just want you to come back to this right under the cheekbone. I like to get right up there actually. And already I can feel that release. Take a few deep breaths. Okay, just sweep over. I'm going to just take you to the hands now. So hopefully you've got some oil on your hands. Now what I'd like you to do is I'd just like you to, I use little caterpillar movements like this to run up the underneath of the fingers. And this is where your sinus areas are on the fingers. Don't worry about exactly where you're rubbing, okay? If you just want to rub up your fingers like that, okay, you're going to get there, you're going to hit those sinus areas. You might feel little crunchy areas, you might feel almost like bubbles, like bubble wrap popping. They can be areas of congestion that you're feeling from your sinuses. And that's what we feel as reflexologists as well. So we're obviously a lot more sensitive to what we're feeling and picking up on. You can just massage all of those areas on your fingers. This is a lovely, lovely exercise when you've got a cold. Just, as I say, I'm just going round, just working my way out. When you get to the top of your fingers, you're actually covering your head area as well. So, and it's a really relaxing technique. So I want you to do that on the right hand, and then it doesn't matter if you're doing the left hand. And then I want you to swap hands once you've gone over those. So I just want to let you know that things will be different, obviously, when the treatment room opens again. And initially it will probably only be foot reflexology that will be up and running. obviously for social distancing measures and so on. I am going to be looking into everything a lot more over the next month, and obviously be guided by the government. So one of the things that I have been doing facial reflexology and virtual distant Reiki sessions over WhatsApp or Zoom for people. Normally just half an hour treatments, but if we need more, then obviously we can look at that in a subsequent treatment. I've been doing those to help people with specific ailments that they are suffering. This I thought I'd do today just as a nice little gift to everyone, because everybody's suffering at the moment. So just taking my time, just going over these areas. It feels lovely. Even if you feel any areas of pain as well on your fingers, they can be a signal that something else is going on in the body. So if you have anything going on, if you have any pain, if you have anything that you're struggling to manage, if you just want to go through some breathing and relaxation techniques with me, then just send me a message and we'll have a look at getting you booked in for a 30-minute session. So I'm just going over the thumb now. The sinuses aren't actually on the thumb, but it's your neck and it's your head area. And just to finish, just like we did the solar plexus on the face at the beginning. So I just want you to, if you bend your hand like that and you just go in there and put a little bit of pressure, that's the solar plexus area on your hand as well. So I just want you to put a little bit of pressure and breathe in and out. I want you to do that 3 times. And on the other hand, just use this time just to let go of any crazy thoughts going on. Stop thinking about what we're going to cook for dinner. Just think about the techniques we've used. Okay, and if you use those techniques, maybe morning and evening if you get the time, if you're feeling really congested. The main ones that are going to relieve that congestion are the ones where you're hooking underneath your cheekbones and the ones where you're rolling over the top of your head and rolling under. Okay, so if you have any questions, or like I say, you want to talk to me about a 30-minute treatment for anything specific, then just give me a shout and I'll get back to you. Okay, everyone, take care, stay safe and stay tuned. Big announcement next week. Okay, have a good weekend. Bye.